So today we're going to unbox and build this bad boy over here. This is the latest Lego Technic race car based on the 2022 McLaren F1 car. In our opinion, this is one of the best looking Technic sets out there. If you have been following F1, you know this is not exactly the 2022 race car, the MCL36. It is more like the MCL35.5, which I'll get into that later on. Now the box is slightly larger than the one we had for the Ferrari car, but it has got lesser bricks, 1432, while the Ferrari sets have got 1600 plus. It's for 18 plus, but I guess if you don't swallow the pieces, you're fine. And it retails at 799 ringgit, available in all Lego stores now. Shall we get to it? I've got a special blade to do the job, which is this. Check that out. No, it doesn't come in the box, so it's just ours. Now, let's do this! Oh, not the most graceful, but... So, bag number 2. So, from what we can see here, there are 4 main sections based on how they package it. So, 1, 2, 3 and 4, of course with multiple bags. 4 wheels with lots of treads. So this is the wet tires. It looks like you can go off-roading with this. The manual book, of course, and with the stickers, the decals. And of course, another bag with the rims and the frame for the car. So now, let me just open this up to show you guys what this bag is about. Okay, so you have the wheel cover sticker, we have all the decals for the sponsors, for the Bodyworks, and this booklet here. So this is quite thick, yo. So let's see what's inside. It shows you the actual build car and also the car that it's based on, which is more like a prototype. And it's got some stories on it, the passion for perfection, and all that. Of course, when you have the time, you can read them. And that's how it is segregated. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4. So now we're going to start with Section 1. Okay, page 48 later, I've got to this. You get to see how the suspension works, this push rod suspension. So yeah, just to show you before I cover it up with this structure on top, and then later on move on to the engine. Page 59, I've done up the engine. It is obviously a V6, so you can see how it works here. And the crankshaft working, the piston moving up and down. It's a V6 hybrid. So this goes here. Okay, now that the engine is in, it is done for bag number 1. Of course, you got some extras here. As usual, they do give you extras just in case you lose them. So, this is how it looks like from bag 1. Now we're going to move to bag 2. At the beginning of every bag is the hardest because that's when you get the full set and then you need to dig through to find what you need. I don't know about you, but I used to like to just jumble everything up and dig these things out, fish them out, right? Because for a Technic, right, it's very complicated. I learned to segregate them from the Ferrari set that I did previously. Let us know what you do. Do you jumble them up? Do you segregate them? Do you even have containers, Tupperware, color-coded, blue, orange, yellow, and stuff like that? Yeah, it'll be interesting to know what kind of technique you use. I'm still trying to find what I need. Okay, 154 pages later at step 165. This is what I've come up with. We've got the front here with the suspension. So this is the front part. You got the steering wheel, see the wheels are moving. You got the seat. Then the front wing is not ready. This is the back part that is still empty. And now I'm going to marry this front part with the rear part here where the engine is. And it goes like that. You can see it's quite huge already. Alright, so this is pretty much the car already. It's quite huge actually. And Technic being Technic is actually pretty solid once you put them together, right? Yeah, it's quite solid. So after a few reinforcements to the chassis here to join the front and the back of the car, we're done with bag 2. So we're going to move on to bag 3, which is the body panels, the bodyworks, and the rear as well. Let's go! Okay, done with bag 3, so this is it. It looks more like an F1 car now. It's taking shape. And it's huge, by the way. It's long. Look at how long this thing is. So bag 3, you get the bodyworks around the car, the front wing, the nose, this rotor looking thing, which is like a structure for the engine cover area. And at the bottom of it, you get some aerodynamic functions as well. You get this diffuser, the fins at the bottom to guide air through the bottom of the car. Yeah, I really like it. And again, check this out. Solid, yo. This can go through stress tests and it will not fall apart. Now, let's move on to bag 4. Okay, 312 pages later, at the end of bag 4, we are nearly there. What's missing are the wheels. Looks amazing actually. So now the wheels, and then we are done. Ho ho! I like it, I like it. So after many hours of building this thing, we have lost track of time. Perhaps it took about 6 or 7 hours. But to summarize, it is a very satisfying build. Just look at it, it looks amazing. I like how, the whole mechanical, the whole very technical look of this set, and it's huge. It's a lot bigger than the Ferrari race car that we used to build. In terms of difficulty, I would say the Ferrari race car is a bit more difficult. This one has got more bigger pieces and it is more satisfying to build at the end of it. Now, I did mention that this car is not exactly the 2022 McLaren F1 car, which is the MCL36, because when Lego were designing and developing this particular unit, McLaren has not confirmed the 2022 car design. And in fact, it will be a top secret and they will not reveal it to Lego so easily and, secrets and stuff. So, there are a few things that are different, but of course, as you know, 2022 has got lots of changes to the car. So the obvious ones are the wheel covers on the wheels, and the rim size are bigger now, which is 18-inch as compared to 13-inch as the previous seasons. The front, you get the winglet to reduce turbulence for wake control. The front wing though, if you ask me, I'm a bit disappointed with the front wing because it's a bit too simple and not so detailed. What's different here is perhaps Lego didn't know that McLaren was going to use pull rod suspension. Here, I guess they were basing it on the previous season. This is still a push rod suspension. So 2022, McLaren is using pull rod and Red Bull Racing as well is using pull rod suspension. So that's new. Now, moving along, you get this halo, which is pretty cute. Not as sturdy as the real car, but yeah, it's there to serve a purpose. Also, there are some details that I would like to point out. For example, these fins and diffuser at the bottom of the car to direct air at the underbody, which is really cool and very detailed. Now, around the sides, you'll realize that the Velo sponsor logo is not on the car because I guess it wasn't confirmed at that time. And also, if you realize, the blue is not exactly the new blue. This is still the older blue, which is a bit darker. Moving along, you get to see the engine in this area over here. There's a cutout for you to check that out, the V6 engine with the pistons moving. That's very cool, I like that. Now, around the back here, the whole suspension setup, actually the front as well, I really like how it looks. It looks very mechanical. The rear wing though, 2022 car has got sleeker rear wing. Here, it is not exactly that, but it's very good looking. They got duct trace correct, and the DRS here, yeah, not exactly that car, but yeah, it looks very good. We are not complaining actually, because this actually looks amazing. Yeah, we can call it MCL 35.5. As compared to the Ferrari race car, this is a lot longer and bigger, so it doesn't fit into the display case. And in terms of the build, I think the Ferrari race car is a bit more difficult to build. This is a lot more satisfying to build. Now, as for the price, 799 ringgit, I think it is a good buy. For the same price as the Ferrari race car, I think this would be a very satisfying build. And if you are very interested and you like what you're seeing here, go check it out at Lego store. Show us some photos and tag us as well. Let us know how it goes, whether you like it or not at the end of the day. And the next thing I need to do now is to look for a display case big enough so that it doesn't collect dust. I hope you like this unboxing and build video. I hope to see you in the next video, hopefully soon. Please like, subscribe and share to your friends. And yeah, tell us if you like this car. Ciao, see you in the next one.